Hey folks, MMA fans, what's up? Here to do my post-fight for UFC 76 Knockout, aka UFC 76 Decision Fest, or call it what you will. Um, 3 words to sum up this card. What the fuck? Excuse my language, but oh man. I am so lucky that I'm not a betting man because I would have lost a lot of money on this card. Um, it's just, most of this card, left me speechless. But, anyways, just run through the prelims really quick. Matt Wyman over Michihiro Omagawa by decision. Christian Wellish over Scott Jones by submission in the first round. Jeremy Stevens over Diego Saraiva by unanimous decision. Rich Clemente over Anthony Johnson. And the thing, I didn't even do a prediction for that fight because I honestly didn't know that it was on the card until I saw the show. But anyways, Clemente by rear naked choke. On to the main card. Diego Taraves versus Tyson Griffin. Griffin winning by a unanimous decision, which just my personal opinion, I really think that Taraves got robbed in this fight. The first round I definitely gave Tyson Griffin. They were striking. They were both striking. Griffin landed a takedown late in the round. I definitely gave him that round for pushing the pace and control and the takedown. But the second round, a flying knee by Taraves. Third round, Taraves worked a great clinch. It's just my opinion though, But Griffin won the unanimous decision, and that's the way it goes sometimes. You never know with the judges. On to the next fight, Kazuhiro Nakamura, who I was very excited to see in the UFC, but versus Ryoto Machida. Nakamura didn't, really look like the Nakamura of old. Ryoto really didn't seem to, have too much trouble controlling him. A lot of people, don't like the fact that Machida's a decision fighter, and but you know what, he took it 30-27 all cards. He pretty much controlled the whole fight, and I can't say I blame him for the type of fighter that Nakamura is, but that fight definitely moves Machida up in the rankings, and I'm gonna get to the 205 rankings if I have some time at the end of this video, because with tonight's fights, oh boy. Diego Sanchez versus John Fitch. This is one of the only fights I got right on this card, and that's the only one I really give a fuck about because I'm a big John Fitch fan. But I will say that Diego Sanchez, I watched his post-fight interview, and he earned a lot of my respect. He took the loss very well. He said, and I quote him, that he feels John Fitch beat him fair and square, and that just shows what a good sport that Diego is. As for the fight, Diego went for submission after submission after submission. Fitch just landed the single legs mostly. Single leg takes down, worked a little ground and pound. It was close, and John Fitch won it. I thought he would finish Diego, but I obviously underestimated Diego a little bit. But it's going to be interesting to see what they put up next. Back to the drawing boards for Diego. I think he'll want to get back right in there. I don't think it'll be a pay-per-view though. I think Diego will be a headliner on maybe the finale for Tough 6, or just an Ultimate Fight Night card, something like that. Get him back to where he started. Maybe it'll spark him. As for Fitch, like the Miz was saying, maybe Karo Parisian, someone along those lines in the welterweight division. Mauricio Rua versus Forrest Griffin. Like I said at the beginning of the video, what the fuck? I didn't give Forrest any chance in this fight. I gave him zero chance, and it's nothing against Forrest. I love Forrest, don't get me wrong, but if you watched my prediction video, I said that Mauricio Shogun Ryu was the best fighter at 205 in the world. That means better than Rampage, better than Henderson, better than Wanderlei. That was my opinion, and you know, Forrest, I know he didn't see my video, but if he did, I bet he was laughing his ass off at me because I gave him zero chance. And you know what? I'm really, really, really happy for him. Shogun didn't look good at all, but Forrest, he dominated the first 2 rounds. Had Shogun wobbly. Shogun had big knot on his head. Not much you can say about this fight, but just Forrest sunk in the rear naked choke with very little time left, and he showed everybody that, hey, he doesn't care who it is, he wants to fight them. Sorry for my MSN thing there, but good for Forrest. The main event, Chuck Liddell versus Keith Jardine. Once again, didn't give Jardine any chance. So glad I didn't have any money on this card, but Chuck Liddell got outstruck tonight. Simple as that. How it's a split decision, once again, like The Miz said, I have no fucking clue. Because in my eyes, that they were all, they were all Keith Jardine's. I felt that he won the striking every round. It was pretty much just a kickboxing match. Chuck, was and it shows that, like, anyone who stays in the pocket with Chuck Liddell, it seems to beat him. Rampage has beat him twice. The first Couture fight, when you think of the first Couture Liddell fight, Randy stayed in the pocket and outstruck him, and Jardine stayed in the pocket, hung in there, and just swung through his game, through his kicks, and a well-deserved decision. Now for the 205 rankings, I don't know if Dana White is on a suicide watch now for all this stuff, but holy shit. Obviously Rampage is going to be at number 1 because he's just such a dominating champion right now. Henderson, right behind him at number 2, and you can't help but give the 3 and 4 spot to Forrest and Jardine, and depending on what Vanderlei does in his debut, you never know. Lyoto Machida, I think he's up there too within, so it's gonna be really interesting to see where they put this. It was a great card, and other than that, all I really got to say about this card is there seems to be on forums and whatnot a lot of arguments between UFC nut huggers and Pride nut huggers and tough noobs. You know what? I'm not even gonna call the tough fans noobs anymore, because 2 of the tough fighters just beat 2 of the top 205ers in the world. As for the whole, people saying, "Oh, Pride is dead" thing, shut the fuck up. Seriously, it's fucking old. And by no means am I a Pride nut hugger or a UFC nut hugger. I love MMA, but seriously, to fight over something like that, like, come on. It's MMA. Just try to fucking enjoy it. Other than that, great card. And well, I'll see you guys next time. Probably next week for the MMA issue of the week. New segment I have up. Check it out. Love to talk about it. So take care, guys.